about yesterday, simplicity and avoidance of pressure. There are some children, if, for instance, there is no food, I'm talking about here where I grew up in Africa, if there is no food in the house, every member of everyone in the compound will know that this child hasn't eaten food. As a matter of fact, if they take tea and maybe a little bread or biscuits, if they go out, for instance, the child's name is Junior. Junior, have you eaten today? They will say, no, we did not eat. It was tea we took. So they don't even consider the tea and bread as a normal meal. So they are still complaining that we haven't eaten because this is not a usual thing we usually take. They will still complain even though they have something. Life has become so complicated that today there are basic things that people feel that they are very, very necessary in life. And if you don't have them, you will know you are a nobody. Today is not just about having a car. It is having a flashy car. I have never regretted any day for not having a car. It's not because I can't buy a car, but I have no regret. I have not actually seen the need. Although it's not that there is no need, I use a prosthesis. I use artificial leg. So there are times I find it really difficult, but I have other better things to do with the money than to buy a car. I rarely travel, but why not I send the money across to the other side where we shall spend eternity? Once in a while I travel, but why should I buy a car and be maintaining a car when I rarely use it? When I can invest that money in the lives of some children, in their education, in their physical rehabilitation of their bodies. Why can't I do it instead of maintaining a liability? So a lot of people now think that you have to be super rich in life. Life was simple until society complicated everything. Today, you need data, you need TV subscription, app subscription, bills. A lot of these things are actually necessary. For instance, you can do without water. You need water, you need electricity, but things like seasonal fashion, things like unnecessary and costly cosmetics, some things like expensive vacations, luxurious life. We can avoid some of these things that put unnecessary pressure on us. As a matter of fact, one of the things we need to control is our exposure to social media. Let me tell you, if your children are not of age, if they are not matured, don't expose them to social media. As a matter of fact, if you can pay them to stay away from social media, please do. Because right there, even Satanists, people who may not have access to your family can access your children. Your children can access their content online. So we need to be very, very careful this season, this time around that we find ourselves. Pressure is so high. Now let's look at the Bible. Philippians chapter 4, 11 to 13. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content, to be satisfied in whatever state. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. This is Paul's own account. Remember, he was a tent maker. Paul was self-sustaining in terms of money. Even though he was a preacher, he was a writer, he wasn't writing for money, unlike today that a lot of people write for money. I'm not condemning it. Paul was a writer. He was in full-time ministry, but he used his spare time, his free time, to do tent making. Paul was in full-time ministry. It was his spare time he was using. He wasn't a full-time worker and using his spare time for ministry. He gave himself wholly to ministry. But he was sustaining himself financially. He wasn't depending on the ministry fully. So whether people bring or not, he knew how to manage his life. And he trained himself to know how to live, not to be pressured by anyone. He simplified his life to the point that even though he does not have money, he said, I know how to abound. Even when I'm hungry, as a matter of fact, I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. There are people who do not have money, but they want to copy the lifestyle of others. They want to copy societal values. Some of these societal values are wrong. A lot of people now, evaluate the value of people by their physical appearance. So our youths are kind of, okay, if this is what makes a value, then we have to try to meet up. We have to try to appear the way people want us to appear. Look at our females. A lot of pressure. They need perfume, they need roll-on, they need powder, they need to, every part of their body has a budget. For what? Our parents lived longer than this generation. Our grandparents, they never gave themselves all these pressures that we give ourselves today. They had natural hair. They were never exposed to Bond Street. They were not using this expensive perfume that even bounced back to be giving us cancer. Their lifestyle were so simple, so simplified. And because of that, they never experienced high blood pressure. If you allow yourself to be pressured, your blood pressure will go up and your life will be cut short. Every time I remind myself that I'm not in a competition with anybody. There is no destiny mate. I have age mate, but I have no destiny mate. Am I pressured? I have no child yet, but am I worried about that? It is people who are worried for me. I'm not worried. An elephant that is pregnant shouldn't be jealous of rats that are giving birth to children every 21 days. Elephant's pregnancy is 22 months. So my destiny and your destiny are not the same. So why should I be copying your life, your destiny, and pasting it in front of me and begin to scale myself with yours? No, I'll never do that. I don't pressurize myself. I do the best I can in life and leave the rest for God. Are you putting on yourself under pressure? Are you allowing family members to put you under pressure? A lot of people make mistakes. In my life today, have I made any costly mistakes that can affect my destiny? No, I have not. I knew my destiny over 20 years ago. And I have been following everything by the grace of God. I haven't made any stupid mistake that can destroy my destiny. No, I have not. I'm on course. I'm still on the lane. I have never allowed pressure to destroy the plans of God for my life. Rather, when I see that there is so much pressure, I withdraw myself backward and go to the drawing board and stabilize myself. You can do the same. Don't allow people, don't allow society to pressure you. Can you survive without money for 20 days? Can you survive? I'm not talking about basic things of life. Can you please adjust your lifestyle so that you don't feel pressured by the things around you? Before I round off, I want to ask you this question. Could you please do yourself a favor and readjust your lifestyle so that some of these things that put unnecessary pressure on you can be put under check? There are lots of people who are no longer in control of their lives. They are not in charge. It is the things around them that are in charge of their lives. It is the people around them that are controlling them. No, live life intentionally. Live intentionally. Do things intentionally. Don't do things out of pressure. Thank you for watching. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel, The Narrowest Christ for All Nations. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you. See you tomorrow.